when they asked me to, I laughed when they asked me to be the coordinator of volunteers. We didn't know what we were doing. I'm the famous idea, the experience I've had at this point in my life. But we asked for people to volunteer, and we had our first night. And after the first night, we sat down and said, well, what didn't we know? What did we need to know? And we basically developed the program at that way. At the same time, suicide prevention, I'm not sure it's, one of us was 2 months before the other. I off the top of my head, I don't know exactly, but they had excellent training. And I still think they have excellent training, in case you check that out. So that then we became part of that. We became the feet of the suicide prevention, because they could only answer the phone. And I think I was thinking about that in light of what's happening with night ministry right now. That suicide prevention could call us, and the minister could go to wherever they were. So that was the link and a way to do that work. This work today, due to the virus, has changed that, and I know you'd be thinking about that, talking about that. I also had a board made up of representatives from these church bodies, primarily Presbyterians, Methodists, Episcopalians, Lutherans, 2 kinds of Lutherans. Each had representatives on the board. And they began by making rules and basically said, a man and a woman cannot serve together. We always serve 2 people a night. And so we used to always laugh because they were not aware of what was going on in the city. Well, that was fine, because the gay couples easily happy to serve together. But those are the kind of rules that were kind of made, in these big churches, but they had been around the city. And we began to bring that piece of that work through the volunteers primarily at that point. And we worked very, very hard to have 2 people a night, because we never knew exactly what we were going to have. 2 things I want to tell about. One is that we had our first Jewish volunteer. Her name was Susie Moyle. And she got a call from somebody that was going to the hospital, and she needed somebody to pray with her, and she needed a Bible. We just laughed and said, "Oh my gosh, we don't even have a Bible in the office." We're going to say, "Well, we had enough Bible. You probably still have some of them." Everybody came with Bibles, and that just kind of. And the other, we started to make rules. I think that they're still probably making rules, but one rule got made after a volunteer put both phones on hold and ran to help the person that it was in a restaurant down the street. Well, we had the rule then, you can't leave the office. So we really went basic, and then began to see what was out there. And yeah.